Hi everyone, this is my video introducing powtoon. Powtoon was originally created about 7 years ago in an effort to make traditional presentations more interesting by providing a tool that anyone can use to create animations and effects that give their presentations and videos visually engaging flair. Powtoon videos can be played on any device, including computers, smartphones, and tablets, and can be used to improve the quality of presentations in the boardroom, lessons in the classroom, or even improve the quality of training modules or other instructional videos in the workplace. This is powtoon's original logo, which you can see is kind of cartoonish, which matched the original feel of the platform. But over the years, powtoon has been used by every Fortune 500 company, so they've changed their logo to look sleeker, more modern, more professional, and less like a cartoon. Powtoon has 4 premium plans that you could subscribe to and 1 free plan. You can see here these are all monthly prices. I'm going to change this to annual, and the prices go down. There's Starter, Pro, Pro Plus, and Agency. Let's see what these actually mean by scrolling down to this comparison chart. You can see that the free option limits your videos to 3 minutes, and this goes up incrementally. Starter is 5 minutes, Pro is 10 minutes, Pro Plus is 20 minutes, and then Agency gives you the longest videos with 30 minutes. Another important thing to notice is that free use of powtoon will keep the brand on all of your videos, whereas the premium ones will take the branding off. Starter is 1 premium export, Pro is 5 exports, and then Pro Plus and Agency give you unlimited exports. Another important thing to notice is that the objects available to you are limited if you're using the free version, whereas the higher plans give you more and more content to choose from. This is the powtoon interface. You can see here there's this interesting new feature where you can import a PowerPoint. I tried that. It worked pretty nicely. And right next to that there's a templates button. So I'm going to click on that, and it brings you to this screen where it has a bunch of templates, prefabs that you can choose from that are really cool, and I'll preview this timeline one. Okay, I think that gave you an idea of what a prefab template might look like. You can put your own text in there, any images that you prefer. I'm going to show you another one. There's this whiteboard explainer. I think this is pretty cool. Okay, so there's a ton of things to explore here. Not just these training and tutorials, but marketing videos, explainer videos, tips and lists, meeting related, and it just goes on and on. Okay, we're back at the user interface screen. Let's make a powtoon from scratch by clicking on blank powtoon. Here you see 5 styles: Modern Edge, Whiteboard, Cartoon, Infographic, and Reel. I'm going to go ahead and click Modern Edge. Here's the Slide Master. You've probably recognized this format from PowerPoint or Storyline or any of the other programs that are similar. It's pretty intuitive, except the fact that the toolbar is hidden on the right, so you have to scroll over and find the toolbar. And you'll see here there's background, text, characters, props, shapes, sound, and so on. I'm going to add a background. There's many different options here. There are actual photographic images you can put in as a background. There are colors, solid colors, gradients, abstract backgrounds. I'm going to put a color background in, and I'll make it simple. I'll just choose this blue one. So there is the beginning of my slide. I'm going to add some text here. Okay. All right, so there's a text box. This taskbar has popped up, and I can change the fonts. I'm going to go with clear. I can change the size, of course. I can change the color. But most importantly, I can add an effect. So that's what I'm going to do to animate the entrance of this text box. I'm going to make it pop in from the bottom. So now I'm going to use this opportunity to point out where the timeline is on the bottom of the screen. Here's the timeline. Okay, so I put this text box in, and that is represented by this rectangular bubble at the bottom that says how, because it's the first word of what I put in the text box. So that is at 1 second. If you see here, there's this black triangle. That is the place on the timeline. So I put it at 0 seconds, which is the beginning. So now I'm going to press spacebar to preview the slide. And you can see there's my animation. So let's add a character. There are many different options for character adding. Most of them are content that is only available in the premium subscription. You can see Pro Plus. So I'm going to click on the free option and just put one of these characters in. You can move them all around the screen. You put him right here. Every character pops up on the slide in this waving pose, this hello pose. But you can change their poses by clicking on this button. And you can see there, we can make him happy. We can make him angry. But this is an intro slide, so let's just put him back to the waving pose. And we'll also add an effect to his entrance. And you can see this button is similar to the other button. And we'll also make him pop up from the bottom. Now, if you look down at the timeline, you can see he's got his own rectangular button that represents him. Right now, it's at 2 seconds. I could put him anywhere, 5 seconds, 8 seconds. But what I'm going to do is collapse it into the same bubble as the text box. So now there are 2 objects in the first second of the timeline. So they should pop up at the same time. Let's see how that looks. And they both pop up from the bottom. Let's go ahead and add an exit animation. And we'll just pop them down. So I just clicked that, and over here you can see where their exit animation popped up on the timeline. I'm going to move that to 5 seconds. So let's watch from the beginning. They pop in, and they pop out. Right now, you see that the slide is 10 seconds long. I'm going to reduce the length of this slide by clicking this minus sign. I can add seconds. I can take seconds away. I'm going to make it just 6 seconds. So I took away a few seconds there. And now I'm going to scroll to the left and add another slide. Just for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to change the background so you can see that it's a different slide. And I'm going to add the same character, but in a different pose. Let's make him thinking. Let's put him in a thinking pose. Okay. So what I want to show you is how to put a transition in between these 2 slides. And it's really simple. It's just this button right here, Add Transition. And there are some really cool transitions in here. I'm going to do the roller transition. So we can see what that looks like just by going to the first slide, putting the slider towards the end of the timeline and pressing spacebar. And you can see there's the transition. I don't like the fact that he's got an entrance animation, so I'm just going to put him at the beginning. I'm going to take away his entrance animation, and he's just going to be thinking there. Because he's thinking, let's give him a thought bubble. And that would be found in shapes. So, shapes, click on that. I can't find a thought bubble that I like. I have this speech bubble here, but no thought bubble. So I'm going to go up and search shapes. And there you go. There's a thought bubble. I'm going to put that in there. Another thing to show you about these objects is that you can change the direction they're facing by clicking this button, flip. You can change the way characters face as appropriate. I'm going to expand this thought bubble, and I'll rotate it a little bit there. Okay. I'm going to have my character asking himself a question. How do I add sound to a powtoon? Well, that's easy. Just go to the toolbar and click on the button Sound. You can see there's music options, but also voiceovers. And if you click on Add Voiceover, this box pops up. You can upload pre-recorded audio files, or you can use Powtoon's tool to record your voice. This is a pretty handy tool. It works pretty well. You can choose to narrate the entire Powtoon or just the current slide. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to add some music. There are a lot of categories to choose from here. I'm going to click on Happy. And under Happy, there are a ton of tracks. Let's try this one. That is pretty happy. How about Elevator Deluxe? I don't know about that one. I'm going to use the first one we tried. And again, that'll be for the entire Powtoon. Okay. So now my Powtoon has music. I'm going to go to the beginning, and we'll see what it sounds like. Okay, so those are the basic functions of Powtoon. Those are the basic steps of how to get a Powtoon started. Like I've been saying, there's a lot to explore, a lot of options to choose from. Publishing a Powtoon is easy, and you could publish it to YouTube, Vimeo, some of these other platforms. You can download it as an MP4 or a PowerPoint, and you can share it on other social media as well. I think some of the benefits of using Powtoon are that it saves money, time, it's easy to use, and its animations are visually engaging. Powtoon could save money because the alternative would be to hire an animation firm, which could cost thousands of dollars. You also wouldn't be able to change the video down the line if something wasn't quite right or you just needed to alter content in the future. Powtoon also saves time because animating from scratch using a program like After Effects takes hundreds of hours and a considerable amount of skill. But Powtoon is really easy to use, and basically anyone can learn how to use it and use it well in a few hours. But why use it? Well, I think visually rich animated slides engage viewers and give life to your content. I think this could lead to better learning outcomes than more traditional presentations. I think Powtoon could have many other benefits, and I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are.